Hi, I'm Sue Henderson and I teach at Pacific American School here in Hsinchu, Taiwan. This year I'm teaching primarily elementary science with one middle school 6th grade science. In the 6th grade we're doing a global production project this year that will take about 5 or 6 weeks. It's a consumer energy project that has them looking at a product of their choice from the very beginning of getting the raw products to the very end when we get rid of it and how we get rid of it. And we're also calling it our The Story of Stuff project, and each team has picked a product, an item that they're going to research from beginning to end. And this project came out of 2 videos that I've seen, one that is called The Cost of Cool. It's been around for a little bit, and it is a video that traces what the real cost of logo clothing that we are tempted to buy, whether it's a particular type of athletic shoe or a t-shirt logo, and what are the real costs of those products. And then there's another video called The Story of Stuff, which follows the production of materials from gaining or gathering the raw materials needed, transporting them, getting them into the factory, the energy uses that are involved in that, and then the energy uses that are involved in the manufacturing process. And then the stage of sending those products out to where they're going to be bought and used, and what kind of energy is used within those parts of the process. And then finally, what happens when we're done with that product, and what are the impacts all along the way on the environment. The reason that this particular project goes well in the 6th grade is there's a heavy emphasis on energy and energy transformations in the 6th grade standards. We're not using the Common Core standards. They're not completed yet for 6th grade. So we're relying heavily on the NGSS, the Next Generation Science Standards, and those that are written for the state of California. And what I really like about the NGSS is, besides talking about the topic objectives that the students need to learn, energy transformation, energy sources, there's several other sections. There's a section that actually talks about what type of IT or computer skills the kids should be working on at this level. And there's a section on what part of creating and inventing skills should be worked on at this level. Not necessarily through every project, but at some time during the year. And then there's a section called Human Impact, and I love that they include that. There's quite a strong statement that through middle school or throughout middle school, that students work on projects that have them look at and really reflect upon the impact of perhaps first world desires and expectations for products, for things as consumers, on the third world who are producing the raw products for these materials that wealthier people or people who are better off want to have. But that's a limited view, and that's what's going to happen through the project that I'm doing. All right, so one of the things that's really important, I think, when you go into a long-term project like this is preloading the information to the students on topics such as what is the project, and what are the learning outcomes, and what pieces of work are they responsible for doing, and what's the time schedule for that work, and what's the ending project supposed to look like. So at the very beginning, when I introduced this project, I required or explained to them we've been using something called an interactive notebook, and it works really well with younger students. So by 6th grade, I still have them doing an interactive notebook, but a little bit in a different way. And for this project, their interactive notebook will not be in the interactive notebook. There'll be a link that goes to their digital notebook. So I needed to preload or talk to them about how you create the Google document that you can share with one another, so that their research becomes a running document that they can be aware of each other's work and how far they've come, or if they looks like they're hitting a snag and maybe they need to help each other, or if it looks like they're repeating the same information. And so there's a lot of I think, great benefits through using a platform that allows them to see each other's work as they're going. For me, there's been direct evidence that learning happens through project-based learning or problem-based learning or simulations. All of these strategies that take a long time to create the whole project before you present it to the students, but then you're planned out for 5, 6, 7 weeks, and the end product is showing so much more critical thinking and questioning and reflection on the part of the students. And I think that's what they're going to need for the future. So for me, this type of teaching is where I feel that I have the most energy and the most positive relationship with my students.